ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 3 Under Par podcast. This is a golf podcast where
Little White Ball is live.
I'm your host, Scotty T, and I'm joined by my co-host, KJ down below and T-Bone over there. Fellas, it's been a while. How are y'all doing?
Good. Feels good to be back in the saddle.
We're back, baby. Just like Spieth.
So one of the questions I got on Twitter actually was, like, how back is Spieth? Is he Texas's back, or is he actually back?
Well, what does that mean? Okay, go ahead.
We're going to talk a lot about that at some point. But yeah, this is our first episode, fellas. It's like Thanksgiving. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's been a while with weather and Rona and holidays. It's been kind of tough either way, but
yep. Holidays, work's been really busy for everybody, just starting off the year. Like, it's been our busy season, so it's been wild, man. Yeah, I think everybody here has gotten the Rona now, so we should be all good. It's
yeah, I don't know about that, Scott.
It's one person here is TBD on whether or not they had it, but you probably did at some point. So
I would imagine
it's all good now, fellas. We're KJ, it looks like you've been playing a little bit of golf. Do you get snow? Okay, so I'm looking outside my window right now. We got snow. We're in Houston, and it is snow. What is going on right now? This is crazy town.
Yeah, we might have to change our slogan from Little White Ball to Little Yellow Ball is life if this snow hangs around too long.
T-Bone, have you played golf at all this year? Or you played with KJ at Sterling, right? Not too long ago?
Yeah. I actually putted lights out. It was pretty awesome. I wish this episode was more recent so I could touch on it a little bit better. But yeah, I've gotten out there a little bit. But yeah, I'm not in a golfing mood after this weather. So
I played once this year so far. I live in Houston, so I can play golf all year round. And seeing the snow and everything is just terrible. It's not good. Not a fan. So
yeah.
Fellas, let's just dive into it because we have about 2 or 3 months worth of golf content to catch up on. So first question to y'all, T-Bone, can we uncancel Jordan Spieth? Is he back? Is Jordan back? What you think?
I'm trying to think back to our timelines. When exactly we canceled him, when he said he'd be back. I think it's just all been a blur with COVID, but I think he's back. I can't totally commit that he's the Gordon of 2015, 2016.
Yeah, 15, 16.
He's starting to make putts. We're starting to get fans and the people are just buzzing. I don't know. It's just feeling a little bit like the old days. So I think he's well on his way. I don't really love how he stumbled 2 Sundays in a row, but at least he's there now. So he's getting more comfortable. I think he's on the right path. And honestly, I didn't realize how much star power he had. Like, the golf world was buzzing with Spieth, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, he's like our younger generation's Tiger.
Woo!
I mean, if you can compare anybody to Tiger, but when he's hot, it doesn't matter what you're doing right then. You go find a TV. You go find a TV and watch Jordan. Watching him hole out twice was just, it was awesome. It was
do you know when I think when he was officially back? He had made some ridiculous amount of birdies at the Waste Management. Steps up on 16, blasts his tee-ball right, chips on, and he's got probably 35-footer for birdie, and everyone's kind of thinking, all right, he's about to settle down. It's finally going to cool off. Stepping up to his putt, and a dude dressed up as Borat breaks a chair and is getting arrested on the other side of the green. Steps off, kind of calms the situation. Jordan buries a 30-footer and is pointing to Borat. Let's go. Crowd's going crazy. It just felt like golf again. Felt like Jordan was back again. I loved it. I hope it keeps rolling.
Yeah, but then he stepped up on the next tee and hit a rope hooker from hell into the water.
No, that was Sunday. Saturday he made par.
Saturday, okay.
So yeah. There was hope. There was hope.
Him and
it was fun.
Was it Schauffele that hit before him and just hit the dirtiest snap hook in there. Something like
someone did. Yeah, someone did for
awful.
sure.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but yeah, seeing Jordan blow 2 54-hole leads is tough. Spin zone, though, he's in the lead. Again, KJ, to your point, Spieth moves the needle. Like, it's not fair to compare him to Tiger because Tiger is like Michael Jordan. He's like Tom Brady. You know, those are once in a generational, maybe they are the best of all time in their respective sports. Jordan's not there, and I don't think he'll ever get there, unfortunately, but there's no doubt he moves the needle in some form or fashion. I didn't tune into the Waste Management Phoenix Open because Brooks Koepka won. I tuned in because Jordan Spieth was in the lead going into Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
All due respect to Koepka, and he moves the needle in his own right. But Spieth, man, there's something about him for our younger generation, and maybe it's because we played against him in junior golf. We've known about this guy for a while. That in our little world, he gets excited. But even my wife was like, "Hey, like Jordan's in the lead. Let's watch some golf." I was like, "I love you." So yeah,
I totally agree. I've always been a huge Spieth fan because I have that Texas tie, and his career path in golf is everything I wanted. Didn't quite get there,
no shit.
but it just felt close to home. Like that's how I envisioned it playing out.
Yeah,
and it's
Texas,
also
going to play golf at the University of Texas, winning the Masters by your 21, 22, whatever it was. Like,
I also, one of my favorite golf stories of all time is to talk about the Texas high school state golf tournament in 2010, where KJ played with Spieth and he witnessed KJ drop to his knees and being blinded by light because of spinal meningitis. I mean, you can't make up that story. And I don't know, just there's so many things I can tie back and relate to.
There's still people to this day think I got kicked out of state and I didn't almost die, which, I mean, very believable on that side of the story, but it was not my fault this time.
Spinal meningitis.
So for all of our new listenership out there, go back and listen to our very first episode when we had no idea what we were doing with the podcast. KJ tells a story about how we played with Jordan Spieth at the state championship in high school. 9 holes in the practice round, if I'm not mistaken, and then went to the hospital.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how many holes it was in because apparently, like the last 2 or 3 holes, like I wasn't actually there.
Were you beating him?
Well, I was playing good. That's still the best golf I've been playing. Was towards the end of my high school career, my high school years, and actually once I left DBU. But yeah, apparently it was viral meningitis, and which is the infection of the fluid around your spine and your brain. So it was a lot of fun throwing up all night that night. My dad's still like, hey, you can get out there and pull it together tomorrow. You'll be fine. I hadn't slept at all. I had to sit up in the bed, just throwing up in a bucket. Like I was like high school drunk. Then spent 5 days in the hospital and had a needle shoved in my spine the size of a number 2 pencil.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. That does not sound fun.
It was great.
But hey, you played with Jordan Spieth before. Not many people can say that. I mean,
that's true. Very true.
So I'll never forget when you won the Masters, you like were popping bottles in your apartment. You're like, I play with that. Like, yeah, that was a great Snapchat.
Roommates coming out. This is a fucking mess. I played with that guy though.
Scott, so this is going to be a few kind of follow-up questions, but I feel like you've voiced many times on this podcast that Justin Thomas is going to have a better career than Spieth. I always like this debate. I want to see if you're sticking to it. Where you at?
So if you follow us on our social media channels,
and then we'll continue on that conversation with just JT in Hawaii. But anyways, continue.
Gotcha. So yeah, if you follow us on our social media channels, particularly on Twitter, that's me. I am #Team Spieth. I cannot be harder on the Spieth train right now. When it's all said and done, I think I got to stand by it that JT will have the better career. But damn it, I love Jordan Spieth. He is the man. I like him and Greller just going back at it too, and it was like, hello, old friend. Feels right. It feels right. my mind says JT is going to have the better career, but my heart just pulls for Jordan like crazy. And for all the reasons we stated earlier, I think we love Spieth.
When you talk about career, there's kind of two things that I see. When you say, is he back? I really think it is too hard to tell because I feel like he's kind of at that tipping point where it can go one of two ways. It can go of he's starting to get his taste of it back in his mouth, where, winning and starting to be up there every week is fun. He's going to start grinding again. Or he's going to get that, hey, I kind of had it almost 2 weeks in a row and, I just can't close. And then you know how that's a vicious cycle. And then it goes from being there to barely making cuts to missing cuts, and then it goes again. So it's too hard to tell, but I would agree with you, Scott. I think JT's going to have a better career. You put them two on the golf course, 10 days in a row, say who's going to win more often. I think you still go with JT, even though I definitely am more of a Spieth fan.
Yeah.
To go back to Spieth's last 2 weeks, I also thought about a little bit about his lead going into Sunday, and it was, all right, he shot, 62 on Saturday in Phoenix?
61.
61, and then he had 2 hole outs from over 120 yards at Pebble, and I was like, I don't know. I was just like, is that a little bit of a, kind of caveat as to why he has the lead? Like, I don't know if he's going to be able to have a 61 on Sunday or a hole out, and it almost felt like it was so fragile, his lead going into Sunday. But
right.
At least he's there. That's what I'll say. At least he's
getting
there.
His taste back. His taste of what's it like to be in the lead, to be in the mix again. He hasn't won since 2017. Like, that's a long time. I think I was still living in Dallas at that point in 2017. Like, think about what you were doing in 2017, right? Like, T-Bone, you were still living in Austin. Like, it's KJ, I don't know what you were doing, but
I was still teaching. I was in Houston.
Yeah. No, they did like what's happened since Spieth has won. It's like LeBron James has won a championship with 2 different teams, Tom Brady, and it's like, and then I saw I think it was Riggs from Barstool was like, what's been built since Spieth last won, and it was the ancient pyramids of Egypt. So that was pretty funny, verbal meme. But it's a long time. Golf you can have a lot of mental scars, and Spieth just get back in the mix. I was surprised at how many people were cheering for Spieth because it's been so long since he's won. Everybody, to point Scaff earlier, everybody's cheering for Spieth. It's amazing. It's fun to see. I don't know. Is there anything else that y'all want to add that we haven't really added? But like, Spieth is the man. I don't think he's going to win a major yet, but he's going to win a tournament this year. That's my prediction.
I'd love to see it. Yeah, he's kind of like the PGA Tour, like forever golden boy, coming out of Texas, young kid, making 40-footers. Like, I make tap-ins, and it's just crazy. Like, you got it. How do you not love that guy?
Yeah, just to go back, him and JT, 4 majors, right? 2 U.S. Opens, Masters, British Open for Spieth.
Spieth only has 3.
It's 3.
Is that right?
Okay. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4.
I thought he had
2 U.S. Opens, but I can't remember. Chambers Bay.
He's got 1 U.S. Open, a Chambers Bay Masters, and a British Open. So he's got 3
one
majors
Masters
and 11.
win. I thought he had 2 Masters wins.
Dude, 2016 was rough.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the golden shower year?
Oh, yep.
Yikes.
Anyways,
yeah.
JT catching him, whatever. 3 majors. If you hang it up, that's a lot. So it'll be interesting to watch them play out
11
their
PGA Tour
careers.
wins.
Yep.
That's a Hall of Fame career, and he's 27.
Yep.
So, that's what, we've talked a lot about this. He's got time. He'll figure it out, I think. It's fun to actually see him back in the mix. And I don't think and that's the thing. Like, I kind of forgot Brooks Koepka won. And he's like one of the biggest names of golf next to Tiger in DJ. So, yeah, DJ won over in Saudi Arabia the same weekend that Brooks Koepka won in Phoenix. Daniel Berger won this week. Big shouts to Berger. Dude, I don't know if there's anybody who's consistently played better golf since the comeback. KJ, you're big on the Daniel Berger train right now. I need to see you smirking.
I made
straight
3 different
vibing.
bets. I made 3 different bets, and I was like, y'all can have everybody in the field. I'm going to take Cantlay and Berger. One of them are going to win for sure. And it paid off.
Yeah.
DB straight vibing. Great Insta handle.
So I kind of want to go. This is kind of a golf gossip segment here, and I think we need Kyle to lead. Is this your first ever lead on golf gossip with Nate Lashley? You want to talk about that? What happened to him yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're also making me lead this because I'm the worst putter on the podcast as well, probably. But that's kind of the dark angle there. You know, I didn't really know much about this guy. I still don't. I don't do my homework like T-Bone does for segments. But watching how this guy reacted when he 4-putted on Sunday, yeah, he just pissed away the entire tournament, missed 2 putts very close in, but then he's acting like a child. Like, toss the putter against the bag, yeah, whatever. But, you know, just bitching and moaning about it and then jamming his putter on the green, it really rubbed me the wrong way. You know,
Let me ask you a quick question. Did the center shafted ping putter hit a little too close to home for you?
It was like watching video of putting practice back in the day. It was brutal. It was like this is too familiar. Too real.
I'm not gonna lie. I had no idea who that guy was until Sunday, maybe Saturday. I've never heard of him.
He was there. He was a leader by himself there for a little while. Just 4-putting, and it just looked like shit. How he handled it afterwards. Like, it's golf. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
But I wasn't very thrilled with the guy. I'm full on canceling him. I don't care if he wins and goes on to win a lot of shit. He's canceled in my books.
He won, if I'm not mistaken, like the 3M Open or something, or maybe that was Wolf. It was like one of those Twin Cities events. So he's kind of an older guy. He grinded a lot. So he's one of those guys. He's not in the mix every single week, and so to blow a lead like that sucks because I can only imagine the frustration. Like, working years to get to that point, you're in the mix. And then, you do what you should not have done. You short-sighted yourself on a pin that is straight downhill. And then the 3 or 4 putt, whatever it was, like, that's just 4, golly. Anyway, he kind of shit the bed, but it happens. That's golf.
Yep.
T-Bone, I want to go back to what you were saying earlier about JT in Hawaii. What you got there?
Well, I was going to say, I want to give a little more cred to Berger before we jump into that because I would rather talk about Berger than JT. Yeah, I don't.
You're not a big JT guy.
Yeah. So first off, on Berger, I mean, the guy's so damn good, and he didn't play in the Masters this past year,
which was crazy.
I can't believe it. And he's using irons from 2011. Like, I don't know. There's just a lot of interesting things about the guy.
Very Scott Terrell of him.
I don't know. I think so many people forgot. I think a lot of people have just forgotten about the guy with injuries and stuff, but he's a player, and he kind of looks like a crack addict while doing it, but he's damn good. I also have never seen, I don't know if I've ever seen a golfer other than like Paul Azinger in the 80s fall down in a bunker. When I was going through Instagram, which also is something I need to ask the listeners, if you have a Sling, how the hell do you watch golf on CBS if you don't have CBS on Sling? Anyways, I didn't watch most of it.
I'm telling you, switch to Fubo.
Fubo. Is that a sponsor yet? We'll see. We'll get them. Yeah, we'll get them in the works. But
who uses Sling? What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
You're the only person. Well, so even if you have at&t Uverse or DirecTV, I think they canceled their agreement with CBS.
It's brutal.
You can't watch it. Like, imagine into March Madness. You can't watch March Madness this year.
Yeah, I need to make some adjustments. But anyways, Berger doing like a somersault in the bunker is pretty funny. And I was keeping up with the tournament on Instagram, and I saw a shot, and it's just like his feet sticking up out of the bunker. And I was like, what the hell is going on? But anyways, I don't know. I saw him drive the green on Saturday on one of the holes in the front nine and made a casual 12-footer for eagle. I was just like, holy shit, I forgot how good this guy is. But anyways, I think he's really good. I think he's really similar to Cantlay. He's just kind of low-key guys that were super good as amateurs in college, all that stuff. And I mean, if it weren't for injuries, they could potentially have the same kind of career as JT or Spieth starting out, but I think those guys are going to be sleepers for majors for a while. But
Berger's
anyways,
just got some weird action, man. I think he
oh,
doesn't
yeah.
have a visually like pleasing golf swing. He's so laid off at the top, and his
I've also
follow-through's
never
weird.
seen anyone like hold their finish for less amount of time. He just holds it and then he's like super fidgety and
It's
stuff.
almost like he's
I told you
Jimmy
he looks like
rigging.
a crack addict. I don't know.
It almost looks like he's Jimmy rigging it. You know, you got Rahm way laid off, but he's way shorter. Berger's laid off and he's longer. And you're right. It's just there's a lot of things going on there that when you look at a swing that you want to hold up 72 holes and under pressure, you'd be like, yeah, next. Not that one. That's not what I'm looking for.
I will say,
But gotta make it work.
I don't know if this is going to be a touchy comment, but it does look like a Florida golf swing. Like,
Those
I
are
don't know
fighting
why.
words to the state of Florida.
It's just
T-Bone.
Florida-ish looking. Like, he kind of looks like a country, like fisherman kind of guy. Who just
Is he like a Boo Weekly?
kind of, but I don't think he's really like that. But he kind of, I don't know. I'm just
Because
talking.
he's always got a fat gagger in, walking around like he's fueled on like 60 milligrams of Adderall. Just, I mean, we're saying all this. It sounds so negative. I love Berger.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
I'm such on the Berger train, like all day. That's my boy.
Yep.
Berger was my high school graduating year. You know, the Jordan Spieth, Daniel Berger, Justin
Cantlay?
Thomas, Cantlay. We were all the same graduating year, and their careers have taken a little different turn than mine.
No wonder you didn't have a shot in hell.
Yeah, right. And then also throwing like Patrick Rogers was class of 2011. Like there were some ballers that came out our graduating year. It's crazy. And then even some of the younger guys too. I mean, think about Matthew Wolff, Victor Hovland won on this break that we're on right now. Maury Call was already a major championship. Like there's so many good young golfers.
There's people that are 5 or 6 years younger than us that are just like killing it.
How about that kid?
Cole Hammer.
Or from Houston, right?
Akshay, there's a ton of
them.
them.
Akshay Bhatia finally made the cut.
Yeah.
So good story about that kid. I think he was like, I don't know how old he was, but when I caddied for Preston,
Cole Hammer or Akshay?
No, Akshay.
Okay.
He was right behind us. We were playing. What's the name of that course? It used to be called Fish Creek. It's like Wedgwood or.
Oh yeah, it's like up
by Carlton Woods.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actual name of it, but just very difficult conditions. And he was playing right behind us. And every time we were waiting on the tee, I'd look back at the green. And it was like, I can't remember a shot that he wasn't inside 15, 20 feet. I never saw him chip once. I mean, once I started noticing it, I was like, I never saw him chip once. And he was probably like 15, 14 years old, just hitting bombs.
Yeah.
And think about how good that guy is. And he missed the cut in his first 6 starts on the PGA Tour. I don't know.
I don't know. He turned pro right out of high school. Obviously, he's got the game, but there's something we always talk about, learning how to be a professional golfer, like even going from college to the pros and having a team, not having a team. Imagine going from high school to professional golf like that. That's a big jump. And seeing him, he hit 18 greens the first round. 18 out of 18 greens at Pebble.
See the shit I'm talking about?
Dude, that's unbelievable. Did y'all see the graphic that Pebble Beach?
Yeah.
The first 9 greens you can fit on the 8th. Is it the 18th at St. Andrews?
Yeah. That's crazy.
He hit 18 out of 18. Those greens are like hitting on dimes. That is so impressive.
Unreal.
I think Akshay, I think he's learned and has learning to be a pro. And so learning how to travel, all that other crap that goes along with it outside of golf, he'll be fine. I think he'll be a name to watch out for a long time. If you're not familiar with him, get to know Akshay Bhatia. Did I pronounce that correctly, T-Bone? I remember
Why are we asking that
guy? Even if it was right, I don't trust you. So,
where's your boy Joaquin? He almost won, didn't he?
Yeah, not too long ago.
Was that Hawaii?
I'm on the Neiman train. I'll forever be on the Neiman train.
Yeah.
So as we were getting to, maybe revert back to golf gossip a little bit. a little JT golf gossip over the holidays that might be worth getting into.
What you got?
Do you want to set the stage? You want me to?
Go for it.
Okay. I'll do it carefully. So, Tournament of Champions, Hawaii, JT's like go-to tournament, was playing pretty well, I think. Might have been pretty close to the lead.
Yeah.
I believe on Saturday, missed a putt that he definitely wasn't happy about and used a homophobic slur. Me being careful. And
said a word he shouldn't have said.
Said a word he shouldn't have said. He was super beat up about it, but just got, in my opinion, absolutely hammered by his sponsorships. So Polo Ralph Lauren dropped him after, 5-7 years of sponsorship. He kept the majority of his other sponsorships, but Polo really dropped the hammer. I know JT's been super beat up about it. And I think there's been a lot of differing views on if the punishment fit the crime. I don't know if we want to get into that, but
I'll say this. Polo dropping Justin Thomas is so dumb on their part. Like, that is so dumb. He's been a great ambassador for Polo, and they're like, oh, he doesn't like fit our brand or whatnot. Nobody in golf wears Polo outside of Justin Thomas, and you had him. And
Webby.
Who does? Does anybody wear Polo?
Webb Simpson.
Billy Horschel. There's some guys, but he was definitely the front runner. And when it happened, my first thought was, holy shit, how his phone's got to be ringing off the hook.
What an opportunity for everybody but Polo now.
Exactly. But it looks like he might be staying strong and trying to get back with Polo because he hasn't officially signed with anyone. He said he's working on whatever it is he's working on.
Sensitivity training.
Yeah, just whatever bullshit he's talking about.
He's trying to improve himself, T-Bound.
He is trying to prove himself and get the sponsorship back with Polo. But yeah, I mean, my first thought was like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine the offers he's getting from whatever, Nike or Peter Millar, Adidas, all this stuff. But he's kind of been going with these just kind of blank apparel looks, which I don't know. I'm curious to see how it plays out. Is he actually going to get back with Polo? Is he going to do something else? But yeah, I thought it was a little aggressive on behalf of Polo. And yeah, I mean, he was front and center. He was the front runner of Polo, and it's pretty shocked to see him.
Yeah, I feel like
drop JT.
Everybody says.
I thought it was a little harsh.
Everybody says stuff that they don't or that they regret, especially on the golf course. I would say, like, things get said on the golf course that should probably never be repeated. And he slipped up, and we're all human. And to act like it's okay for people not to mess up just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Like, there's no grace in that period. Like, and a guy like Justin Thomas, who represents himself very well altogether, messes up one time, and just to throw him under the bus like that, just kind of irks me. It really does. I feel bad for JT, but then again, like, he's fine. He's okay. Like, go do what you got to do. Go take the classes you got to take care of. Improve yourself where you feel like you fall short, because we're all trying to get better as human beings. But yeah, for Polo to drop him like that was just not a fan.
Agreed.
One other big thing that happened before the Waste Management Phoenix Open, KJ, lead this off here. Patrick Reed, did he cheat or did he not cheat?
Man, we got a lot of drama I forgot about.
Yeah.
A lot of golf gossip.
He cheated. I
mean, just straight up, huh?
He cheated. It's fucking, and that's not even just because, I mean, looking at his, track record, but the guy, he cheated.
Straight up.
Absolutely. Anything that gives you, an advantage, in a shot that your playing partner, if they had the same scenario, would not be doing or anything like that, it's cheating. And everybody knows we're talking about the embedded, right? Not the sand.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, anybody who plays golf knows whenever you need a ruling outside of traditional, like, it's self-evident, I'm dropping here, water hazard, something like that. You call somebody over, whether it's a playing partner for them to just agree and see it, or it's a rules official because, you need a rules official on that one. You never just be like, hey, this is a judgment call. That ball's buried. I'm going to go ahead and put a nice little brush tee under it and then set it back on top of the grass. Like, it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Especially on the PGA Tour when there are rules officials everywhere and they get rules officials over for like a cart path release
drop. Sprinkler drop.
Yes.
Like, it's in their first time. And this guy's just like, I think we can pull this shit off real quick. Like, come on.
Also, KJ, the fact that you had the question which time you're talking about, the sand or the embedded ball rule, and then kind of sums it up right there.
I saw one that he was obviously in a waste bunker, but you could tell like he was putting his club down, which is okay in a waste bunker, but it looked very aggressive, padding behind it. I mean, it wasn't like he was pulling out the backhoe like he did last time and scraping the sand in the actual trap away from it, but it looked like, I mean, just I'll never be a fan.
T-Bone, did Patrick Reed cheat?
Probably. And I will say, I think it was probably, if another player did that, it wouldn't be a news story. So I'll give him a little slack there, but my thought would be, okay, I'm Patrick Reed. Everyone hates me. I'm accused of cheating. I'm probably not going to do anything that's borderline.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it safe, but I watched his post-round interview after that, and he was like, the rules official said I did it perfectly and all this stuff, and I was like, okay, you're sounding a little bit like Trump here. Like, let's tone it down a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's self-inflicted. Whether or not he cheated, I mean, he doesn't really have the benefit of the doubt at this point. So,
yeah, if you're a guy like Patrick Reed, you want to be above reproach, right? There's a lot of golf, or even just like for lawyers and whatnot. There's the law and the rules of golf, and then the spirit of the rules of golf. And if you're a guy who like Patrick Reed, you need to have the self-awareness saying, hey, people don't necessarily like me because either I'm a douchebag or there's been this checkered past. I need to carry myself.
Or both.
Probably, yeah, both. I'm being nice, T-Bone. You want to carry yourself just a little bit above reproach so that those questions don't even come into play anymore. And especially in a game like golf. People still talk about VJ cheating supposedly or something. Like, this stuff sticks with you. And he won, dude. That's what kind of sucks. He won the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines. Like, I don't know. If you're Patrick Reed, I would just be like, what can I do to just have people relax, not pull this crap anymore? But it's just, when there's smoke, there's fire, and there's a lot of smoke coming around Patrick Reed sometimes on the golf course.
Yep.
These are facts.
Not just transitioning, just rocking and rolling. DJ's amazing. The guy just wakes up, plays golf, and wins.
I'm looking at the winners since we last did our podcast. It is so like hit or miss. We have Robert Streb, Victor Hovland, Matt Kuchar, Harris English, and Kevin Na. And then Siwoo Kim. What's up, Siwoo? Always thinking of that video of Jordan Spieth. Siwoo, shaking that ass. And then after that, you got Patrick Reed, Brooks Koepka, Daniel Berger. So it's been like, there are some guys who just haven't won in a while, like Harry English. Big shouts to him. And then you got your big names that are coming back up. And fellas, we're only 2 months away from the Masters.
Love that.
You took the words out of my mouth. And we've got a Players Championship before that. Yep. Let's rock and roll.
So, all right, here's this.
Once this.
Ow. T-Bone,
we lost you. All right, since we lost him, here's the schedule coming up, KJ. We got Riviera, which is like known for like the hardest golf course on the PGA Tour up there. Then you got Puerto Rico, WGC, Arnold Palmer Invitational, the Players, the Honda Classic, and then Dell Match Play. Then Valero Texas Open, and then the Masters. I mean, this
Match Play still at Austin Country Club.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So like the next 2 months, like golf season is in full force again, and I would expect and hope that the 3 Under Par podcast will be back in full force again as the PGA Tour season comes on. We needed a little break, I think we would all agree, but we are rejuvenated. We are back and coming weekly on Monday night / Tuesday mornings, depending on when this downloads for you. So, fellas, we got about 2 minutes left. T-Bone, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say I pulled some stuff on our Instagram about things for this year, tournaments, more episodes, more YouTube videos, all that stuff. I think we're still kind of looking at that. We're deciding what we wanted to do this year, so that's why we've been a little delayed with the podcast, but we're back.
We're back. I posted a video on Thursday night on YouTube. It's me and KJ from a while back playing just a little par 3 hole when we were playing golf. I think I got another 2 more videos in the queue that I'll be releasing on Thursday nights. Might just do like a what's in the bag type video. I don't know, so that you can make fun of my clubs from 2010.
Love it.
I'm not even kidding when I say that. I got
I would love to do that.
Some updated stuff, but like, yeah, I got a couple clubs from 2010, and that KJ still wants, for the record, I think.
What's in the bag?
Oh, one of those woods is just like it's a timeless.
Man, I'll tell you right. Sneak preview. King G10.
Oh, this is fucking hilarious. I love it. What's in the bag?
G10.
Oh my god.
5 wood that KJ
way
wants.
before its time, baby.
It is, and that thing still, it's got the nice loud ping to it. It's great. Oh man. All right, so we got less than a minute. Not sure when we're gonna get kicked off, but thanks everybody for tuning in. Like I said, it's been a while, but we are back. We'll be weekly for the 3 Under Par pod, and if we do YouTube videos, it will be on Thursdays at 7 o'clock. I'll be dropping those, and so follow us on our social media channels at 3 Under Par pod. That is the number 3 Under Par pod, Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe, rate, and review to this podcast. There are a lot of really good golf podcasts out there. Like I've seen JJ Colleen. He started a podcast too. So we know that there's a lot of options out there. So we appreciate y'all checking us out. We've been doing this for over 2 years now, fellas. That's pretty
Holy
crazy to think
shit.
about. Yeah, over 2 years. I lost track of what episode we're on. Maybe I'll find that out for next week. But it's got to be close to 100, which is wild.
We already did 100. We did 100th episode. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, missed that one. Fellas, is there anything else y'all would like to add?
We're back. That's all I got.
We're back. Appreciate y'all listening in. I'm Scott for KJ and T-Bone. And remember,
Little white ball is life.